What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of View for Tower of God Season 2. This is episode 18, and with me, as always, I have Blue Spade.
Yeah, I don't know. Not a lot really. Well, not much really happened in this episode, other than us finding out what happened to Misung and Prince.
Yeah,
Uh, Before this, um, I mean, we see like at the end of the last episode, we see Misung like just coming out like just ready to fight everybody, coming out with red eyes or something like that. And it's explained that that the person that took them hostage or just took them to their base, like she gives them she offers to give them like these little like head this
it
what
was
was it
like
those head
flower
these
pendants.
headpieces. Yeah, and then she tells them to chant these words 3 times, but of course Prince refuses immediately refuses that. But of course Misung decides to to take it herself and then recite those three the words 3 times, and then it just showcases it gives her like berserkers like strength, which she easily dispatches many other competitors that are around them outside of Wang Nun and the others.
Yeah, and I guess the reason why she did this was, I guess, because she wanted power. It's not really explained that much that like why she decided to do this, and I mean, it kind of is during, I guess, the fight with her and Prince. Is that Prince said you just like wanted you something like you wanted power or something. Uh,
Yeah, it's like because we obviously knew that both Misung and Prince grew close to one another during the events, I guess, from the first core.
yeah,
And of course, obviously it's obviously implied that Prince has some feelings for her. So like he's able to get through to her in a way to prevent her from from hitting, from taking a direct shot at him, which gives Wang Nan and the others an opening to take the headpiece off of her, to bring her back to her senses.
yeah. Um, Yeah, so there was the fight with her and Prince, and then there was a few other fights too. Or well, there was the introduction of this other character. Um, I forget what his name was. Like he was um, I guess he was like I guess he's this feared like combatant or something that or
Yeah, it's not really clear,
yeah.
but it's obviously that they're hyping this person up to be used in an upcoming episode. But um, Bomb is warned that this person is tasked to kill him in when one of the upcoming rounds. Um, but yeah, but much of the this episode is just showing like all the other characters, uh, I guess qualifying each and every round they're participating in. Um, we see that Anak and Dorsey talking to each other, um, about Juvioli Grace, seeing that that
Oh,
this person
oh my
looks
God!
almost
Yeah, this
exactly
is
like
so,
Tom.
so yeah. That they were like having a conversation, like, oh, Julie Viola Grace doesn't have a past. Like, we can't find out anything about who he really is, and and then so apparently, Dorsey suspects that he or she saw his. I think she saw his eyes or something that she
Yeah, his eye
yeah
line, which obviously is the exact same as
as
when
as
she saw.
Bam or yeah so now she's like, oh well, maybe it is him, and I don't know, I cannot take this seriously every time it's brought up in the series. I'm just like, how are you fooled by like that he hasn't changed anything else about his appearance except for his hair. And there was only one instance where he wore a mask, and you could maybe argue that they couldn't recognize him because of that, but every other time they see him, he's not. So I don't know. It's just I feel like if the creator of the series had done something like to maybe drastically alter his appearance, I could believe it, but he didn't do anything except just change him having long hair. So it's just really hard
Yeah,
to
I
believe
mean,
that nobody recognizes him.
yeah, and uh, when when Dorsey continues to look into I guess Juvioli Grace, she obviously knows that there's no like past history with them. So even if she tries wanting to confront Bomb directly, she'll be blocked off by somebody else working with Fug. So she's thinking that like I guess the upcoming whatever
Some
I
kind of
think
party, like
I
she was
think there
gonna
was
try
like
to talk to him there, I guess. Um,
yeah but yeah and then of course we move on to Bomb getting into his round, and then for whatever reason like a group of regulars attempted to I don't know they decided to try to give Bomb intentionally just give Bomb a pass to let him just easily pass this round, which Bat could have easily taken, but he decides to beat every single person regardless because I think it just kind of I don't know bothered him that it just seems like he's taking the easy
he
way
said
out.
something like he didn't want to be treated like he was a god. Uh,
Yeah,
but I don't know. I thought it was a kind of a weird scene. Uh,
yeah. Uh, so so yeah, and of course like he's soon afterwards. I think he comes across like one of the other competitors. He wears like it's the same person that Kong and Kasano ran into. I think it was in the last episode. He's wearing this blindfold ish sort of headpiece, whatever it is. I don't know what it was.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I think yeah I think that's pretty much
yeah.
the
It
episode.
ends
Like
on that
not
cliffhanger where it's just the guy with the blindfold. Like I don't know. Maybe he's gonna be revealed to be some character that we forgot about, or I don't know. Like they built him up to be this like really mysterious character that I guess maybe knows a lot of things, but.
yeah
Yeah. Yeah, and unfortunately, again, the it felt like I mean, it's weird because at some points it felt like the animation had actually somehow gotten a little bit worse in this episode than it has been, like during some of the fight scenes. Like there was just a lot of speed lines and just every time a character got knocked away, they turned almost into a like a still image of almost just like of their body flying in the air. Uh, and it was just kind of I don't know that it feels like in some episodes like it's a little bit better, and then this episode it got worse again. Like so I don't know.
yeah
I feel like if they're gonna do like a tournament arc like this, they need to put a little bit more into the animation budget or something because it so far it just hasn't really been that impressive.
yeah. I mean for this episode in particular, I mean there's not really much that went on that really warrants a good amount of
I
animation
I feel like
for
in
it
the
to be
next
in there.
episode there should be though because I mean well actually with we were kind of wrong so the episode actually ends on the cliffhanger of there's going to be of I guess a fight between Anak and that one guy uh
Yeah, I think his name is also Kun.
yeah yeah
I
so I
think one of
guess so I guess that might be a big fight scene according to some of the manhwa readers so I mean I would assume that maybe they'll put some more effort into that fight maybe but yeah so far I mean I've seen worse animation, obviously, but yeah, it's weird because I feel like in a lot of ways the season has just kind of, at least in terms of its art and animation, it feels like it's just been a downgrade from season one, which really, I mean, season one didn't have the best art and animation either, but yeah, this one it's like it just feels like it's been a bit of a step down. Um,
I don't know. It's like I kind of sort of give this show kind of a
I
pass,
mean, obviously,
especially
it's not
like
a big
one of the other
studio
one.
working
I
on
think
it.
one of
So I mean, I can kind of look past some things, but
yeah. I mean, if like we've seen other shows that are like somewhat a little bit more of a downgrade. Like earlier this year, we watched a show called The Witch and the
oh yeah,
Beast, which
no,
was
it's not on
pretty
that level.
underwhelming. Yeah, I mean, it's like I don't know, Tower of God. Like for this, it doesn't seem that bad in a way.
Yeah,
At least its plot is a little bit more convenient, like more convenient in a way for us to to really care about what's going to happen to these characters.
yeah. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say about the episode, though. I don't know if you have anything else to say about it.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's just it was like a very very short episode in my opinion. It's just like with not much in terms of action, nor like it's the relevancy with its plot. Um, and I guess it's trying to build up to something, but it's like it kind of brushed off a lot of things like too quickly in my opinion.
Yeah, it just feels more so. I guess it's maybe like a problem with the way the season has been paced. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that all being said, guys, until next time, we will talk to you all later.